Okay. Hi, I'm Santosh. Okay. Today I'm going to discuss on collection framework. Okay. Today's topic is collection framework. Okay. Here, today we are going to discuss. Okay. What is collection framework, and we will be getting the basic idea on collection framework. Okay. Before discussing collection framework, we are going to discuss an array because uh, if you know arrays concept, then it will be easy to go with collection framework. Okay. First of all, tell me what is an array. An array is indexed collection of homogeneous data elements. Now, what is an array? An array is an indexed collection of homogeneous data elements. Okay. Here, what is the meaning of indexed collection of homogeneous data elements? Okay. Let me give an example for you. Okay. Int array a is equal to new int of 10. Okay. Here here now, how do you declare an array? First of all, how do you declare an array? Tell me. We will be declaring as int array a or int a of like this, either this way or that way. How do you initialize an array? A is equal to new int of 10. Okay, like this. Okay, but I am declaring and initializing in one line. Okay, this is an array. Okay, here I can store only 10 elements in an array A. Okay, here uh, okay, what is the main advantage of arrays? Arrays are fixed in size. Okay, and it can represent multiple values by using a single variable, so that readability of the code will be increased. Okay, we have some limitations of arrays. Okay, what are the limitations of arrays? Arrays are fixed in size. Arrays are fixed in size. Okay, but once we created an array, we cannot increase or decrease the size. Okay, suppose I created an array of int array a is equal to new int of 10, like this. Okay, but I am giving a of 11 is equal to some value. Then what happens? You will get array index out of bounds exception. Okay, we cannot increase the size or decrease the size of an array. Okay, there is no chance of increasing or decreasing size. Second, this is the first limitation. Okay, second limitation is arrays can hold only homogeneous data elements. Okay, suppose for example I declare student array s is equal to array new student array of some 1000. Okay, I give s of 0 is equal to new student. Okay, s of 1 is equal to new customer. Okay, here, see here, arrays can hold only homogeneous data elements. We have an array called student. Okay, which is the reference variable. S is the reference variable. Okay, which declares 1000 student objects. In 1000 student objects, if s of 0 is equal to new student array. Okay, that in 0th position we have student object. Okay, like this. See here, this is a array. A array contains 10, 20, 30 values. Okay, student array s is equal to new student of 1000, s of 0 is equal to new student, s of 1 is equal to new customer. Okay, if we give like this, what happens means in s of 0th position student array is created. First position customer object is created. Okay, means the student object and customer object are different type of objects. When we store different type of objects, then what happens? You will be getting compile time exception. What is that compile time exception? You will be getting incompatible types, found customer, required student. Okay, why? Because arrays can hold only homogeneous data elements. Okay, now we can resolve this problem by using, we can resolve this problem by using object arrays. Okay, how means object obj of is equal to new object array 1000. Okay, obj is equal to new student array obj 1, obj of 2 is equal to new customer. Okay, here object is an array. Okay, object is an array which contains 1000 objects. Okay, which contains 1000 objects. In object array, we are giving the first position or 0th position. For example, it starts from 0, so 0th position. Okay, in the first position we are giving, we are storing student array. We are storing student array. In the first position we are storing customer array. Okay, okay, so it can store any type of object. Why? Because these are objects. It can store any type of objects. But if I want to store 2000 objects, for example, this object array, no, we cannot store. If I want to increase the size or decrease the size based on my requirement, no, we cannot do that. Okay, that are the problems by using arrays and objects. These problems can be resolved. These problems by using collection framework. Okay, collections. Okay, here collections are global in nature. First point is collections are global in nature. Okay, second point is here collections are global in nature. Okay, that is based on a requirement, we can increase or decrease the size. That is based on our requirement, we can increase or decrease the size. Okay, what is the second one we have discussed by using arrays? Arrays are homogeneous data type of elements, but collections can hold homogeneous and heterogeneous elements. Okay, okay, next one is every collection class is implemented based on some data structure. Okay, here see, for example, we have discussed this. For example, integer array. Okay, int a is equal to new int of 10. Okay, 10 elements are stored in an array. But if you take collections, in collections we have a class called array list. This we will be discussing afterwards. Array list is equal to new array list. Okay, suppose here we have array list is equal to new array list. Okay, here in this array list, if you are storing 10 elements, okay, here it is not, we won't declare as we want to initialize as array list has 10 elements. Okay, we can increase the size or decrease the size by using an array list. Okay, we can increase the size or decrease the size based upon our requirement. Okay, and it can store homogeneous and heterogeneous type of elements. It can store homogeneous and heterogeneous type of elements. Okay, like this we have so many collection classes and interfaces in collection framework. Okay, this we will be discussing all the classes and interfaces. Now we will be discussing on arrays and collections. Okay, see, these are the differences between arrays and collections. Arrays can store homogeneous data elements. Collections can store homogeneous and heterogeneous data elements. Okay, arrays can hold, arrays can store homogeneous data elements. Collections can store homogeneous and heterogeneous data elements. Okay, this we have discussed in the before. Okay, and arrays are not growable in nature. Collections are growable in nature. That is, collections we can increase the size or decrease the size. Arrays are not recommended to use with respect to memory. Collections are recommended to use with respect to memory. Okay, these are the differences between collections and arrays. Okay, okay, and in the next class we will be discussing on in depth by we'll be discussing in depth of collection framework, and we will be discussing all the classes and interfaces which are present in collection framework. Okay, okay, let us stop for today. Okay, thank you.